This video, I'm going to show you a meditation that will completely rewire your brain for success. By the end of this meditation, you're going to feel like a completely new person and you're going to start to become much more abundant. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, what I'm going to be doing is the normal new format, and in that format what I do is I explain some ideas that I think are very transformative, and then the last half of the video will be a guided meditation to help wire in the ideas that I share. And this is because I believe learning can be more of an experience of something we integrate rather than just something intellectual in the head. So this is the way the videos are going to be from here going on forward. This is going to be the new idea, the new format. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below as well. And let's talk about rewiring the brain. Now, for this, there's a couple key concepts that I want to focus on now and then also in the meditation as well. And rewiring the brain is about understanding the neuroplasticity of our brain, how we think, how certain patterns, there's certain ways that we think of ourselves that keep certain patterns in place. It's almost like we identify with certain things, so then we continuously think the same things over and over again, and therefore we experience the same results over and over again. So there's this neuroscience saying that neurons in the brain that fire together, wire together, and we could think of this like we're just constantly doing the same things day in and day out, therefore wiring our brain in the same way day in, day out. They say on average we think between 60 to 70,000 thoughts or more a day, and that of those thoughts that we think every day, over 90% of them are recycled from the day before. So our brain is become wired based on prior experience and based on prior identification, on prior self-thought. That's what we're experiencing right now unless we become aware of it and we make the choice to change. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today is kind of encouraging you to branch outside of the comfort zone in your mind, because your mind loves what is familiar. What did you do yesterday? What are you doing today? Are they very similar than the day before? And if it's something that's not similar and it's something that's not familiar, you may feel a little bit of anxiety. You may feel a little bit of uncertainty. So it's about kind of just being aware that your brain's mechanism, that the job of your brain is to help you survive. And that beyond that, we have to consciously decide to expand that, or we're going to remain in the same repetitive thoughts over and over and over again. So there's a couple key ideas when it comes to the wiring of our brain, and there's going to be things that I think can just transform our life. Now, the first one is something I've explained before. It is called the self-image. The way that you see yourself is something you will always do everything within your power to remain consistent to. So for example, if you see yourself capable of making $35,000 a year, not much more than that, then you'll continue to create similar experiences, you'll attract similar opportunities in your life, and you'll just naturally think that that's what you're capable of, and you won't really take action outside of that because one, it's not familiar, but two, why even bother? Because the self-image says I'm only capable of making 35. Why would I make more than that? So the key is the awareness, because in the awareness is where you can decide and start to change your self-image. And changing your self-image, we normally think of this like we have to pile on a new idea. I can't make 35,000. I can make that. Instead, I'm going to see myself as being able to make 35,000 a month. So I'm going to make over almost $400,000 a year. You see, so basically what happens is having that kind of mentality, it's kind of in a way trying to pile on almost a feeling of unworthiness. The key is realizing you are already whole and complete. Many times when we desire to be successful, the desire itself can cause us to focus, which can be powerful, but many times it also creates resistance, because the moment we're saying, I want that over there, we're also re-emphasizing, I don't currently have that. So in order to transform our self-image, it's more so about letting go of what no longer serves. This means letting go of the self-image that no longer serves and realizing the reason it is there is to keep you safe from things being unfamiliar and uncertain, because your brain just wants to survive. Your brain wants to keep you in a certain stasis of how you feel. So it's not like we have to make the brain our enemy. We just have to be aware of how it works. Our brain works to keep us familiar. Our brain works to help us survive. And beyond that, we have to take the initiative to expand out of that. So the first off is the self-image we have. Second off is the story that you are telling yourself. There's a certain narrative that's in the back of your mind that's telling you, I'm capable of doing this. I'm not capable of doing this. There's similar aspects that overlay with the self-image, but there's a lot of stories in there. It's like when we get up in the morning, how is our day going to go? There's a story that is on autopilot in the back of our mind. It's like, okay, now I got to get up. I got to go to work. I got to talk to this person. Oh man, I work with this person today. She's just going to be saying this, or he's going to be doing this. You see what I mean? It's almost like there's a story. And the idea is the moment we become aware of the story is the moment we know we can change that story. The power is always in the awareness. Anything that we are unaware of remains on autopilot. Anything we are not aware of remains in stasis. It remains right there. So the idea is that we must become aware of what our mind is doing. We must become aware of the story that we're telling ourselves. We must become aware of our self-image, and doing all of these things will help us to re-identify ourselves, void of all of those labels, void of all those definitions, and then we will wire our brain in a very powerful way. So this is that level of awareness. I'll tell you right now, I've changed the story that I tell myself, and this is something, I've talked about self-image for about a year now. Self-image, one of the most powerful things that I changed. I changed the way I saw myself. Instead of I used to see myself as with ADHD, not able to focus very easily, what I did is I just simply changed my perspective of how I viewed myself. I redefined myself. So instead of saying, oh, you have ADHD, I was told that by a doctor, I have to take Adderall, that's the way that it works, I started to tell myself a new story, and I started to see myself differently. I said, you know what? I have a lot of energy. I'd have to balance that energy. That's all. I reframed it. That's all I did. And then within a couple weeks, I just said, instead of doing this, instead of taking Adderall, which is the prescription drug that I give, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to meditate. That's how I balance it out. And guess what? Within just within I think 4 days, I got rid of the Adderall, never took it again. And now I feel better than ever. And I redefined myself. I saw myself in a completely new way. You can do the same thing. You can see yourself in a completely new way. And as you start to do so, and you reframe some of the things that have happened in the past, you reframe the story you tell yourself, everything in your life will change. It's just that it's all on autopilot. There's ways I've changed the way that I view myself when it comes to the kind of person I am, how I add value to other people. That's the way I view myself. That's a story I tell myself. I wake up every day, I make videos for other people to help them change their lives. That's the story I tell myself. And I tell myself a story that when I get up to the camera, I get into a flow state. I used to tell myself a story that when I get in front of the camera, I got to try to think of something to say. Now I just allow it to kind of flow through, and it just kind of comes out. All I know the night before is the title of the video. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to say in the video. I don't have bullet points. I just know the title of the video. That's all I know. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying the story I tell myself has aligned me to the ability to just have this kind of free-flowing state because I've positioned myself and patterned myself into it. You can pattern yourself into anything that you want if you tell yourself the right story, but in order to do so, you have to become aware of the story that you're constantly telling yourself now. You have to start to see yourself in a completely new way. And that way that you see yourself should be aligned to your heart. That's something what we're going to do in the meditation as well. Because when we connect to our heart, first off, our heart has an intelligence. Our heart has neurons in our heart that connect to our brain. When we create more head and heart coherence, we create powerful change in our life. We also start to attract to us amazing things because of that alignment. So part of the brain that I'm going to be talking about that we're going to be combining together is just not just rewiring the brain and the mind. It's connecting the brain and the mind to that of the brain and the heart. Because when we do this, we start to live in a completely new way. And I know this because I started doing meditations only about 3 weeks ago, where I started to make guided meditations on the group of the people that I coach. And I saw the results, and then I started posting them on YouTube, and I saw the results. And I can see that what people really get effect out of is connecting to their heart. I've done meditations with connecting to the heart. Without it, the ones where you connect to the heart, there's people that in the comment section will say that it completely, they opened their heart, they felt like they were crying. There's different ways of opening yourself up to more of who you are. I'm not saying this is going to happen guaranteed, but what I am saying is I noticed the difference of opening the heart to just being in the head and intellectually visualizing us being millionaires. There's much deeper and powerful parts of this if we let go of this story, if we start to have a new self-image. Doing these things will completely rewire ourselves, and in the identity of knowing that we have changed, everything changes as the outside reflection. So what I encourage you to do right now is to set the intention that by the end of this video, you will be a completely new person. You will be someone with a story that you prefer to tell yourself. You will be someone with a self-image that is very empowering, where you feel confident when you go out. And that is who you naturally are. It's just there's been layers over that of prior experience that's kept you from being that authentic part of yourself. So set that intention right now. It's that simple. You set the intention right now, you will get the effect out of it. And then when we go through this meditation, it will help wire in that intention. And when you come out of it, you will be a completely new person, and your brain will be completely rewired. So what we're going to do now is we're going to connect to our heart. We are going to then change our self-image. We're going to ask our heart for this understanding of what our current story is, what our self-image is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to decide to let go of what doesn't serve, and then to literally give ourselves permission to be this new person. So right now, what I'm going to ask you to do is, first off, I'm going to cue the music here in a second. I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in, deep breath out with me. And as we breathe out, just feel yourself relax. If you can, listen to this either laying down or sitting down. And I recommend that you close your eyes, because you're going to be able to go deeper into this feeling and focus more on the feeling than anything else. The intellect wants to always get involved. Keep it about the feeling. The feeling is where the power is. The feeling is where transformation happens. That feeling will then connect to your heart and allow the rewiring to happen naturally. So right now, let's take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. As you breathe out, feel your body relax more and more. With every breath that you take, you can feel your body loosen up. You can feel your body relax. And let's take another deep breath in, deep breath out. As you breathe out, close your eyes and then put your hands over your heart and feel the energy inside of your hands, inside of your heart. Because as you put your focus in the feeling in your heart, you are growing the electromagnetic energy inside of your heart. And as you do that, you are feeling more connected to who you are, more connected to the true, authentic self. Now, with every breath you take, you will feel your body relax more and more. And you will also feel an increase of energy inside of your heart center. The Heart Math Institute has shown that the electromagnetic energy around the heart is thousands of times more powerful than the head. And just by putting our awareness in our heart, we are increasing the energy field and impacting everything around us, including our brain inside. Now, with every breath you take, you feel yourself relax more and more. Now imagine a ball of energy inside of your heart, any color that you like. And imagine it spinning clockwise. And as this ball spins clockwise, you can feel the energy in your heart increase more and more. Now, as it increases more and more, you're feeling more of a sensitivity inside your chest. You're feeling the temperature heat up. You can feel inside your heart right now, inside your hands right now, you can feel this energy. The more you connect to this energy in your heart, the more you connect to who you really are, to the present moment. Now imagine yourself right now in the middle of a room. And in this room, you see black and white, checkered tile. You see a very comfortable couch. You notice some trees, some pots and plants. It has a very comfortable feel, very relaxing. And notice your environment. Now, in this environment, you feel very relaxed. You notice how comfortable it feels. And you notice how clear your thoughts are. Now, notice in this environment that as you look around, you see that there's a door. And when you walk up to this door, notice that on the door, you see some words that say, the connection to your heart. What you do is you can now open that door. And as you open that door, notice that there are steps that go down into a basement. These steps that go down into the basement is the connection to you sinking more into your heart center. And when you go to this place, you're going to feel more connected to your heart than ever before. And you're also going to be very aware of certain subconscious aspects of yourself. So now what we are going to do is we're going to go into this heart space, this heart center. So let's start to take steps down the stairs to this place. Take a step. Notice how it feels. Put your hands on the arm rail as you go down. Notice it's kind of bright. It's very with white light. Every step you take, you feel more connected to your heart. You're feeling this buzz of energy. Now what we're going to do is we have 10 steps left. And with every step that we take, we are going to feel double the relaxation as the step before. We're going to feel more connected to our heart center. And we're going to feel a bliss run through our heart. So let's start taking the steps now towards our heart center. 10. Take another step. Feel your body relax. 9. Double the relaxation throughout your body. 8. Feel yourself now, the buzz inside your heart spinning faster and faster. 7. Feel yourself becoming closer and closer to this authentic part of who you are. 6. Feel a double amount of relaxation, your body loosening up. 5. 4. 3. More and more warmth in your heart. 2. 1. Now you are in your heart center. And as you look around, What do you see? This is a sacred place. You can go anytime you want to connect to your heart at a very deep level. Notice how it feels to be here. This blissful feeling is who you are. Now, in this room, anytime you ask a question of your heart, you get an answer. And you can ask your heart any question that you like. Ask your heart the question that you prefer. Ask your heart if there's any message that your heart has for you. Now ask your heart if there's anything you can let go of to really feel in this energy more and more. Maybe it's attachment to a situation that happened, a memory, a story. Maybe it's something somebody did or something you did to someone else. Ask your heart if there is anything you can let go of. Now, whatever it is, make the choice to let it go. As you let it go, you can feel your body loosen up. You can feel your heart open more and more. And you can feel your energy expand. Now ask your heart, what 3 emotions would suit you more to feel? What 3 emotions can become a part of your natural self-image of who you really are? Maybe it's passion, maybe it's compassion, maybe it's excitement, maybe it's fun, maybe it's carefree. Pay attention to what comes up. Now make a choice that these characteristics are now a part of who you are. That going forward, you will focus more on these emotions and you will embody more of those traits simply because you choose to. Now ask your heart, is there any new stories that will serve me about life in general, about who I am, about my purpose, and pay attention to what comes up. Now imagine in front of you right now, there is a ball of energy in between your hands. Put your hands out about 8 to 12 inches apart and notice that there is a ball of energy in your hands. Now ask your heart to infuse this new story into this ball of energy, to infuse this new confident self-image, to infuse these new characteristics, these emotions that you prefer into this ball of energy. And imagine it now, this ball of energy spinning clockwise. And as it spins clockwise, it speeds up. You can feel the vibrations in your hand. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put this energy inside of our heart. And as we do so, this will be our new self-image. This will be our new reality, and we will be forever changed. We will be more connected to our heart than ever before. Now feel this energy inside of your hands. Imagine it spinning faster and faster. And as it spins faster, you can feel it more and more. And as it spins, now put it into a smaller ball. Bring your hands closer together, closer together. Feel the energy increase more and more of this true, authentic love vibration. And now put it inside of your heart. And as you do so, feel the warmth trickle throughout your whole body. Feel the warmth of your new heart and who you are now. You are a completely new person. Bask in this energy. This is who you are. Now let's thank our heart for this connection, thank our heart for this information, knowing that we are forever changed. And now what we are going to do is we are going to come back and go back up the stairs. Start walking back up the stairs, remaining and still feeling this connection, but knowing now you're going to become more awake, more alert, more present. And now notice there are only 10 steps left. With every number that I count, you're going to feel more awake, more present to the moment, and you're going to know that you are a completely new person. 10, feel yourself now becoming more alert. 9, 8, 7, feel yourself feeling relaxed, but starting to wiggle your toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel yourself now. You can open up your eyes. You start to feel more present to the moment. You can understand that you are forever changed. What we just did is we increased the heart and brain coherence, and you have now changed your self-image from even more powerful than a head point of view, from a heart-head connection, and you will be forever changed. You will notice before the end of the day today of something that reflects back to you in your life that you have changed. And I encourage you to listen to this meditation for at least 21 days to really wire it in and to really be this new version of you. So with that being said, something else I'm going to be doing is more live Q&As on Instagram, and I'll be doing meditations on Instagram as well. So go ahead and follow me below if you haven't already. And then in the top of the description box below, you will see the Raise Your Vibration meditation that will help you to raise your vibrational set point so that you create from a higher paradigm, and also so that you feel better a majority of the time. It's absolutely free. You can listen to it whenever you want. Go ahead and download it in the top of the description box. And other than that, I Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, let me know if this style of video you still like. I will continue to do more and more of this kind of meditation awareness mix. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.